Welcome to my first No Man's Sky video, here in the brand new No Man's Sky Voyagers update. The big thing they added this update is you are able to build your own starships. This new ship type is called a Corvette class starship, and you have the option of making them as big or small as you want. I've been having a lot of fun designing and building these, and I thought why not showcase one of my favorite designs so far and show you guys how to build it. I hope whoever's watching this feels inspired in some way by my build to go into their own universe and build a new Corvette for themselves. I want you to see what I've done or how I've used a block and feel inspired to make your own ship. Or, if you want to follow my build tutorial, that's cool too, but I hope you take something creative away from this showcase. I got this showcase idea from a YouTube channel called Lindan, L-I-N-D-A-N. This person normally does Starfield ship showcases, and I watched their video doing a No Man's Sky Corvette showcase, and I got inspired to make my own. It looked pretty fun, so here I am. My inspiration for this build was from looking at pictures of what other people have done on YouTube and Reddit, and I wanted to build something with a sea-like shape, and the cockpit in the center of the sea, so maybe that's more of an east shape. I wanted to have an engine on the back of each wing and one in the back center. I usually build colorful ships like yellow or blue, but I felt like a more clean looking white scheme for this ship in particular. One of the features that I'm loving this update is you can set the Corvette autopilot to maintain its course, and then you can stand out the back of it and wait for something cool and skydive to the ground. And once you leave the ship, it will stop where you jumped off and send a teleporter down to the ground and wait for you to come back aboard. Typically when I start building a Corvette, I always think about maneuverability. I like having the most maneuverability I can, which means using few parts and some Medusa reactors. The effectiveness of the Medusa reactors on maneuverability falls off pretty substantially, so I would say have one or two, and like most parts, they stop increasing stats after 3, so definitely don't add more than 3 of any reactor, because that's just not necessary. This Corvette class starship features 3 engines. 2 Titan sublight thrusters on the right and left wing, and centralized on the rear of the ship is a twin dynamo jet engine. I chose to include 3 different reactors, 2 unique ones. The first of which is a Medusa class reactor, which increases the maneuverability stat, and then 2 Zenith class reactors for extended hyperdrive range, which is really important in this game. What I really like about this Corvette build that I made is it is only 3 blocks tall, and I think the wings add a lot of character to it. These ships are just so cool, and I love that you can build whatever you want. I think they have a pretty good number of buildable parts. Obviously, I would like more, but for now it's a good selection, and they are all pretty unique and bring something new to the building process. I don't have a parts list, but what I recommend is if you're building a ship in a normal save, you can actually use the Corvette parts stash, which is to the right of every Corvette workstation, as a storage container. So basically, you shouldn't run out of inventory space, and you can just use those parts without needing to bring them into your inventory. And if you don't feel like farming, you can go to Settings, Difficulty, and there will be a setting named something like Crafting or Building. I can't remember the specific name. But if you set that to Free, it'll let you build whatever you want, and it won't mess up your normal save. And then you can just turn it back after you're done. In my non-creative saves, I think it's fun to go farm a bunch of modules and then trade for what I want, but that's why I like creative too, because I can just build whatever and I don't need to worry about the 12 ship limit. And lastly, the quickest farming method I've found is a moon with a large spawn rate of salvage containers, and then I just use a nomad, and honestly I think it's quicker than shooting the containers from your Corvette. So now that we've got the introduction and the montage out of the way, let's get into actually building this thing. So you're going to want to start with 4 of these landing thrusters, evenly spaced and slightly back from the middle since most of the ship is in the front. I chose these particular thrusters because I haven't actually built one with these yet, and I thought they fit the style of this build pretty well. Then just add some habitation modules. I chose to do the Ambassador class on the bottom and then the Titan class on the top and sides. But I mean, take some creative liberty, you can do whatever you want. I add the Ambassador class entrance in the back and then the Titan class cockpit because honestly I just like that one the most. The Thunderbird one's also pretty good, but I like this Titan class one the most. Right here I'm using a glitch building technique where you place a hab module, place the turrets on top, and then you place something under them. Pretty self-explanatory, you probably know that. Now I'm going to add another one of these habs because I forgot to do it in the original part, and these are just going to help support the wings. Now let's move on to the back, where we're going to start with the reactors. First we'll put a Medusa class right in the center, and then the Zenith class on the sides to add some extra hyperdrive range. Let's not forget the rear engine. And then we're going to try and cover them up the best we can, but sometimes it can be a little tricky, especially if you want decent interior space. So I'm going to cover it up with these cool looking slanted pieces because these are the smallest, slimmest things I can find to put on top of them because we don't have really thin panels yet. I think that would be a really nice addition if there were thin panels that you can place over things to cover them up. Then I'm going to cover them up on the bottom and add a cleaner transition to the back of the ship from the landing thrusters. It's kind of tricky to rotate these sometimes. You gotta do some mental head games when you're thinking about which way to rotate some of these. Now let's clean off the transition from the bottom of the ship to the top and kind of square off these rear thrusters too. Now let's head on to the wings. So this part is a little tricky. You got to grab one of these hab modules to do another kind of glitch building technique where you place something on a part and then you delete it and then you place another part over it. So set these up kind of similar to this and delete everything except the top two. And we're going to set a angled module on the side of it just to clean up the transition from the wings onto the thrusters, and then once you place these down, you're actually able to place the Titan thrusters straight onto these, and then you're able to place the other parts we need onto the Titan thrusters. Now let's head over to the other side and do the same thing. Let's do a little bit more glitch building, and this will be the last time we have to place these hab modules and then delete them. We're going to place some of the angled pieces under it to kind of smooth out the wing design and make it look really cool and like it's actually sucking in air or something. Now let's delete those hab modules on top, and we can mirror this one and set it right back on top, and then take this piece and we'll put it under the reactor. Now we can't forget to add the windows, and then these super cool looking Arcadia wing modules. Make sure to place these as far forward and down as you can on the Vesper cowling. And now let's do the same on the other side, and then we're done. Just gotta paint it. Don't forget the window. And then the most important thing, the Arcadia wing module. Alright, there you go. Now is the fun part, you get to choose what paint color you want. So like I said earlier, I chose to do the white and black one. I'll show you specifically. So you can choose, you can choose whatever you want here for this part, honestly. I like the white and black for this one, because that's kind of what I had in mind when I started building it. But if you like the red, stick with that, or if you want yellow, blue, green, black, choice is yours. This is just my recommendation. Now here you'll see I actually chose a different color for this part in particular because I kind of wanted it to stand out, and I chose a metallic finish just because I thought it'd be nice to make these look a little cool. And there you go. Here is the completed The Claws of Providence C-43 Corvette class starship. Let's take this for a test drive. Or test fly, sorry. One thing I do want to warn you about is after I completed this second build of it to show you guys how to make it, I wasn't actually able to enter the habitation modules. For some reason, it built a wall between the first Ambassador class hab and the second Ambassador class hab, and all that I had to do to fix that was switch ships and then switch back to this one, and it fixed it. So this update is pretty buggy, so I would expect things like that. Another thing that I've experienced is if you place down an azimuth class reactor, sometimes you're not actually able to delete them. So make sure that if you place one of those down, it's in a spot where you want it to be, in case that happens to you like it did to me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you didn't, leave a comment and I'll probably definitely respond, because I have like 12 subscribers, so I'll definitely see your comment. And hey, let me know if you want to see a specific ship, like your favorite ship from fiction or whatever. I have already made one based off the Rocinante from The Expanse. I would be more than happy to show a video for that. I have to remember how to build it though. And ask questions if you guys are wondering how I did something, or if you guys are having trouble building your own thing, type a comment. I'll probably respond to you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one if I make another one. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.